Hi everyone. So good to have two episodes in a day, and this is going to be really exciting. I'm personally looking forward to this. I'm just going to add our guest. Suchita says Anjali ma'am is doing an amazing job. Suchita, you can see all these good things, but that doesn't mean you're going to get less work. Just wait for our guest to join. I think she's facing some issues. Let me try once again. Dhruv says last episode was such a motivating experience. I'm sure this is going to be better. Cindy joined and she left. She's already done with me. Let me try to add her back. Aditya said it's going to be great. But Aditya, when are you coming to I.I.M.U.N headquarters? That's the main question. आपकी तबीयत खराब है क्या? अभी तक तो ठीक है हमारी तबीयत. Let me try once again. Hi, finally.
Hi. How are you doing today?
I am doing good, and seeing you on screen, it was all worth the wait.
I'm so excited to be here. There's actually a very fun fact. I actually was a part of I.I.M.U.N.
What are you saying?
So there was this one performance that I had to do, a dance performance. I had come with my dance troupe, especially all the way from Mumbai to Ambi. I was 15 years old.
Oh my god. 2015 was it?
Yes.
Oh my
I've come to
god.
perform all the way, and it was one of the best experiences. And I'm so glad. It feels like I'm closely connected to this entire organization, and it's an honor to be here talking to all of you.
Oh god, this is a story for the books, and I'm so excited to have someone who's seen Arman in person join us today for the Role Model Series. Let me quickly introduce you, Sunny, before we start. My introduction is all now haywire because you told me this amazing news that you've seen. You've been a part of Ambi 2015, and it was, one of our flagship conferences. We still talk about it. Yeah. But introducing you at an age of 21, when people are struggling to find out what career path they should be choosing, she's somebody who's not only made her family and her state proud, but she's all set to represent the tricolor on a global stage. Beauty pageants are many times seen synonymous to just a ramp walk, but there is so much more behind it, especially with regards to philanthropy. And our guest today is somebody who has amplified this through her passion project, I.I.M.U.N. She's not just beauty with brains, but also with a golden heart. Please welcome India's representation to Miss World 2023, Femina Miss India World 2022, Sri Shetty to Parul University presents I.I.M.U.N's Role Model Series Season 3. Welcome,
Thank you
Sri
so
Shetty,
much.
and I'll say welcome home because you've already been a part of our.
Thank you so much. It's lovely to be back.
Let me get right to it, because I did mention in the introduction about beauty pageants and how people perceive it. They usually think about it as, how one looks externally and how much of that external look is socially pleasing. Is this understanding correct? How much of this understanding correct? And please, give us an insight about what goes behind beauty pageants.
So, personally, I believe that beauty is very, uh, for me, beauty is more about intellect, personality, your goodwill. And so does the entire beauty pageant, the entire platform stands for it. Well, today, a beauty queen is not about how she looks. It's not about her exterior personality, but also about her inner personality, how she walks in a room and makes a change. That's the difference that she needs to bring. And today, that's what a beauty pageant or a beauty platform or a beauty queen itself stands for. And I believe that her entire purpose of taking recourse towards progressive march and perfection is her ultimate goal. So I quite disagree with the sentence that, beauty is what defines a beauty queen, but beauty along with goodwill, intellect, and the personality and the change and the meaning that she gives to the world is something that defines a beauty queen.
Absolutely. I mean, and the crown has so much power, to bring about change because of the influence that you guys hold. And it's really empowering to see people like yourself using that for social good. So thank you for doing that. But these platforms have evolved over the years. They have faced backlash for a multiple of reasons and how they were, but they have evolved. Could you talk about it and what are the changes that you would like to see in these platforms?
I think, beauty pageants are quite mistaken to the fact that it's about exterior appearances and exterior motive, but also it's also about your talent and your intellect and your personality, like I said before. Um, we have come a long way. Beauty pageants have come a long way, and inclusivity has played a very important role in it. And in today's being, you know how important inclusivity is. People today are woke. People today know that where they have to voice their opinion. And beauty pageant just serves the purpose. I'm sure you must have heard of the entire concept of beauty with a purpose, where, it's such a delight to actually speak about causes, speak about issues that are still taboo in most parts of the world. And with the entire narrative of, or, the collective of beauty with a purpose, I get to touch, and beauty queens get to touch those aspects. And it's such a beautiful thing to do. So I believe that, beauty pageants have evolved in such a great way, and as a beauty queen and as a purpose to serve the world, I would really go ahead and venture out to make this, space a really safe space for all of us.
But Cindy, do you think that these platforms are inclusive enough, or do you think there's something more that can be done in order to make
There's
it more?
I believe that there's always scope for more. If you see the journey that we have been through, we have started from the zero and we are at 50 today. There's always more 50 to conquer, and that's what we are here. The new generation is up and coming. Like you say, the Gen Z is coming. And we know that, there are certain aspects that we still have to work on. And, as a beauty queen, I think my heart will go out to fulfill that purpose.
No, absolutely. Like you said, we've come a long way, but there's always scope. And seeing people like yourself who holding a crown say that there's so much more to be done. It's always encouraging, and there is so much of hope in that. But you did speak about beauty with a purpose, and you've recently launched your project as well, Asha, the Power of Hope. Why don't you speak about it and tell us more?
Asha is something that is a dream of mine that has come to reality. Uh, when I think about Asha, when I think about this entire project, um, I'm grateful that, I have had the support of my family, a roof under my head to go through the difficult times of COVID. Uh, but while working for Asha, while working on field, I've noticed that a lot of people go through, have been through a lot during the pandemic, during the hazardous time. And my entire project only focuses on working towards the betterment of them, to remind them that, they're never alone. There's always a support from people like us and whoever, is supporting my entire cause of Ashai. To give you just a little run through, I actually started the project Ashai with the main focus of education. Education being one of its most important aspect, and where I would actually work towards the only cause of education. But when I was researching through it, I found three most important points. One is parents being unemployed. Second, that lack of awareness of educational opportunities. And third, being COVID. COVID is something that has set us back for a very long era. And during this entire course, there are a lot of people that we have not heard of, have been through a lot. During my entire course of being on field, I met these people. I experienced what they have went through, and I've connected with a lot of NGOs that are actually helping me to, serve them in a way or a little where I could actually give purpose to their life and, find the meaning to their life. So I've been really grateful. It's been going so well, and I'm really hoping that I have all the support, and let's make this a big.
No, absolutely. And after pandemic, now touch wood, the world has moved on, and but there are still so many families, so many people who are still trying to cope up and still suffering from what COVID has left behind. And it's so beautiful to see somebody so influential like you still thinking about them, doing things for them. So thank you for doing that, and I'm
I
sure
think
it's going to help so many people.
I think
Yes.
the crown comes with a responsibility to serve the world, and that's all I'm focusing on. And I'm really grateful. It's an honor to actually make that dream true.
No, and you will be, representing India globally now that you have the crown. And this is something that we at I.I.M.U.N as well do. Like you've seen us firsthand. What we do is we sensitize young students about what India is. We want the world to see India for all of its glory and not just see us as a land of, snake charmers
Correct.
or what we are, but that's just one part of it, and there's so much more to India. So with you representing India, what is that one thing or what aspect of India would you like to bring out through your participation in Miss World?
I always say this one thing, that India is a feeling. India is something that is really close to my heart. I believe that it's a perfect amalgamation of what modernization and ancient civilization looks like. We have the best of the finance job, we have the best of the industries working up and tight in the global market, but also at the same time, we're really close to our roots of our ancestors, we're really close to the roots of our culture. And what I would really like to bring at the global platform is that we are a perfect amalgamation of it, and that's what makes us unique. And that's my entire goal of my representation to India.
No, I think it is completely true. India is, we're all rooted to our traditions and our culture makes us what we are. But at the same time, we're so modern and ahead of the world ahead of so many even Western countries in so many aspects. And I think you representing that on a global stage is definitely going to make so many millions of Indians so proud. So
Amazing.
absolutely. And because this is role model series, I must ask you, who is your role model? Who's that one person or set of people who shaped you in becoming who you are?
My parents actually work as an individual when they have brought me up. However, they brought me up, they worked as an individual. And I look up to them, and they are the role model that I ever think of. To give you a backstory, they actually come from a small town in the southern part of India in Mangalore. And after they got married, they moved back to Bombay without any support. And today, they are satisfied and successful in their own point of view. And, I've seen them struggle, hard work, sleepless nights, dedication, and I have sensed it. The dedication that they have towards their life, towards their goal, is what kept me alive. My mom and dad got married when they were 21. They moved to Bombay, and today, when I look at their life, it just inspires me to do better. They taught me two things, two main aspects of life, if I say. One is that, it's very different to be successful and satisfied in your life. Satisfaction is really constant in your life. Success comes with every experience that you have in life. And that's what I've kept in mind, and that's how I've been going about. I've had a roller coaster of a journey, but lucky enough, I've been the adventurous kid. So my parents have been the biggest inspiration and role model of mine.
That's so true for so many of us. We see, our parents are like such ordinary people, but
I
they give
know.
us such ordinary experiences and life lessons. Um, and yeah, looking up to them, it's the biggest inspiration on how they've shaped us and they've shaped their lives. So yeah, that's really sweet and beautiful. Um, and now, because we're doing this for Gen Z, I must ask you this, that everything that Gen Z consumes, from current affairs to love affair, from fashion to news, everything, comes from social media. And this also includes their role model, Um, they choose their role models on the basis of what they see through reels.
Exactly.
And many youngsters, especially girls, now look up to you and they want to be, the next Sunny Shetty. And out of everything that you've become, what is that one thing that you would like these young girls to pick up from you as your message for them? Because you, at such a young age, you've achieved so much and you've done it by yourself. What is that one message or one lesson that you would like to pass on to these young girls who want to become the next Sunny?
Like you said, in the era of Gen Z and era of social media being so blooming, self-validation is something that is really lost in the world. So I believe that, two things, self-validation and belief in yourself is really important to progress in life. Just stand in front of a mirror and just say that I can. I can, and I believe that I will be able to do that. If I am good, anybody can be.
No, that is really true. Self confidence. Even the episode before this, we had it with Ankur Wariko, and he also emphasized on how important it is to be to have that confidence,
Exactly.
to believe in yourself. And when we hear your interviews, when we see you on stage, that comes out, right? The confidence that you have in yourself, the belief that you have in yourself, that comes out. So I think that is really important. But Sini, now that you've achieved so much, there's so much of, you hold so much of influence. Does that does that make you feel a little? Does that give you a little bit of pressure? So there are so many eyes on me. There's so much of responsibility in terms of influencing the next generation.
I think
Because you yourself are in that bracket, right? You're not you just 21, 22. So
I think pressure is always good. I believe that pressure it never hampers your performance. It just gives you that extra push. And I've always dreamt of it, that even if like a young girl comes to me and she says that, hey, to inspire me, I think my purpose of life is fulfilled. Even today, I would, in the era of social media, if I get DMs that, hey, today you have inspired me to do better, you being on that stage has helped me to come out. That is my real achievement. That is something that I would really look up to. Like, I was also a dance instructor back in the day, and there were so many instances. I've met so many people in life, and there's this one lady who used to come to my class. She comes to the class in a normal attire, but when she leaves in a proper housewife attire, where she's wearing gungan. So I asked her that, is there any particular reason why there's a swap of personalities there? Which says that she comes from a really backward Orthodox family, and for them, her dancing wouldn't be appreciated. And she is a housewife, so they wouldn't appreciate it. So she lies at home that she's going for a cooking class. That actually broke my heart. And then, something in me just said that, do not limit yourself to one class. You just come to my class. You are my friend. You have all my support. You can come to walk in my class any day, anytime you want. She continued with me for 1 month, and later then she spoke up to our family saying that dance is my passion and it's something that makes me live. And that was my breakthrough. That was my inspiration, where I knew that I had to inspire people. I knew that people had to take a little bit of inspiration from what I do.
But at such a young age, you're inspiring people and changing lives. And I'm sure with the crown, there's so much more that you're going to do and you're going to achieve. And we can't wait to see that happen.
Thank you.
And the wishes of millions of Indians are with you, and God willing, you'll get the crown back to our country. And my question is then, what thereafter? What will your main goal be if and once you're crowned as Miss World?
Well, the Miss World crown comes with responsibility. My only goal, my only wish is to be helping people throughout the world. I know it's a global platform and you get access to every corner of the world. I would want to explore the fullest of the potential, not only help, inspire, aspire in every way possible, and put the responsibilities of the crown of being actually purposeful and serve the purpose of life to people. And that would be my only motive for after winning the crown.
And we can't wait to see you achieve it, Sini. It's going to be and now that you've said that you've been a part of I.I.M.U.N, it's going to be like a personal achievement to see you achieve it. But I think we got stuck. Can you hear us? I'm not sure if it's my network.
Was there a network error?
Yes, I think so. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. I'm so sorry. I think there's some network.
All right. No worries. Towards the end, we always play this short rapid fire with the guest, where I give you a word and you give me the first thing that comes to mind. Okay. You'll be on Coffee with Karan soon, so this is like practice. First word is beauty. What's the first word that comes to your mind? Yeah.
Purpose.
Fashion.
Comfortable.
India.
A feeling.
Bollywood.
Childhood. I grew up dancing on Bollywood songs. So.
Lovely. Youth.
Pragmatic.
And I'm on this platform.
Family. Been a part of it.
So sweet. So sweet. Sini, now if you are okay, we'd like to, add a few students and have them ask you questions. I'm sure they'll be thrilled. If we can take just a couple of questions. Yeah? Alright, let me quickly just randomly pick a few people. Okay, added Mitesh. Let's see, once he accepts it. Hi Mitesh, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good evening, ma'am. It's an honor and privilege to talk to you. My question to you would be, the industry which you belong to is known for its glamour and the media attention it gets.
I'm so sorry.
Amid all of these, how do you manage to be yourself and be authentic?
I'm so sorry, Mitesh. I couldn't hear the question.
Mitesh, we can't see you and we can't hear you properly.
I think he's trying to talk. There's a muffled voice.
Mitesh, could you please repeat your question?
Yeah, ma'am. My question to you would be, the industry which you belong is known for its glamour and the media attention it gets. Amid all of these, how do you manage to be yourself and be authentic?
I think the entire image that you put front, it's not about losing your personal self. My entire journey, I've grew a lot, I've learned a lot. But in this entire journey, I've also grew to be a better person of my authentic version, rather than changing my personality and look at my person. So I believe that my only constant is that I love my personality. I know that people. Thank you.
Thank you so
Lovely
much,
talking.
ma'am. Thank you, I.I.M.U.N, for
Thank you,
acknowledging me.
Mitesh. Thank you.
Same with you.
Let me just add one more person. Let me add. Hi, Athar, can you hear us?
Hello, ma'am. This is Atharva this side. My question was, being a woman, have you ever felt that things were harder for you to do or achieve?
I think there's always been a differentiation, but like I said, I believe in myself the most, and I believe in the quality of work that I've put up. I have worn several hats in my life, but the only constant thing that has helped me progress is not to look at the flaws or the inconvenience that I've had, but also the solution of how I can tackle it. So, yes, even though I have in the face of adversity, I've always looked on the positive side. So that has helped me march towards my progressive course.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you for I.I.M.U.N for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you
Thank you,
so much. Lovely
Athar.
talking to you.
Thank you, Athar. And thank you so much, Sunny, for being so candid and answering these questions.
Thank
It's
you
it's
so much.
such a privilege to have you with us,
Oh my
and we
God.
cannot wait for you to get that crown.
Thank you
So
so
all
much.
the very best.
Thank you so much for making me a part of it. We've been working a lot on our beauty with a purpose, you say, or just to, we're working a lot to get the crown back home. And the acknowledgement and the blessings and the prayers that we get from all of you guys means a lot. It has deeply touched my heart. So thank you so much.
And we from I.I.M.U.N as well, we'd love to be a part of your project. If there's any way you'd want us to, join hands, we're all for it. So all the
It is
best,
an
and thank you
honor
for
for
doing
me.
what you do.
It is an honor for me. It's like something that I was part of, something that I really admire to look at. You guys also work for a lot of other issues and purposes. If
Absolutely.
I have an information and an association with you guys, I would be lucky.
Absolutely, Siddhi, very soon. But more than that, next time I'm sure we have a conversation, you'll be Miss World. So we're all hoping for that, and we're all rooting for you. All the very best, and thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.